Manufacturing is in Medline's DNA. From infection prevention products, lotions, and shampoos to custom procedure trays, Medline has more than 20 manufacturing facilities across North America. And for the first time in more than 50 years of domestic manufacturing, the company announced it will produce ASTM Level 1 procedure masks in Lithia Springs, Georgia, a nearly $6 million investment in healthcare supply chain.
It's been a journey, to say the least, because if you think about production and why things moved overseas, it was about competition in the marketplace. Who wanted to pay really the lowest price, and how could you source the lowest price product for the market? What's happened with COVID is it's forced all of us, both healthcare providers and manufacturers, kind of look internally to say, how do we source and manufacture domestically? But more importantly, how do you get the market to say, yes, they're willing to pay 4 to 5 times more for the product that they could procure from overseas?
Dozens of customers across the healthcare continuum and even in retail pre-committed to volumes to make this new capability possible. Each day, Medline's high-tech facility already churns out 35,000 cases of incontinence products like protective underwear, adult briefs, and underpads.
And if you think about that, that's 2.8 million eaches of the product.
With face mask production slated to begin in mid-December, it's only the latest investment the company is making here in the U.S. to meet the intensifying demand for PPE products during the pandemic and diversifying its supply chain sources. As part of Medline's North American Manufacturing Expansion Initiative, the company in April began producing more than 200,000 bottles of alcohol-based hand sanitizer weekly from its Wisconsin plant.
Healthcare is under stress. During the pandemic, it's under even more financial duress. And making sure that we can get the product to our customer, to the end user, at the lowest delivered cost is very important to us. So we look at that equation all the time to understand domestic versus foreign.
More than 4,300 employees work behind the scenes at the company's U.S. manufacturing locations to ensure these essential products can get to clinicians and those in their care when they need it most.
I mean, we're actually looking at potentially manufacturing exam gloves in the United States if the market is willing to bear the additional cost burden. So we're doing a feasibility study on that right now. And I can see more and more product lines tied to really these high need categories for caregivers, ultimately to be able to take care of patients, being items we consider really to onshore in the future.
The pandemic has sensitized weaknesses in supply chain and healthcare in general, and I think our customers want to mitigate that risk. And in doing so, they're looking at that mix of manufacturing where it makes sense.
Learn more about how we help healthcare run better at medline.com.